Okay, what I'm doing here is this is a Gateway NV53. Had problems with the power switch. I disassembled the switch and I took this little carrier of the switch off, and as you see, there's supposed to be a plastic area around the top right here that is missing. Someone dropped it. So what happened is, every time you close and open the laptop, the top of it, it pulls this cable out of the switch. This cable goes in here. So when the laptop is closed, it pulls it out of the switch. So what I needed was to have more slack in the wire. So I took off this top plate right here and took off the keyboard, pulled the keyboard back and the plate back, and our wire for our power switch is going into the top of the motherboard. So I found this little where's my screwdriver? I found this little white label right here, and what this label is slack in the wire. I don't know if you can see that right here. So what I did was I pulled the label up and found out that I had more slack in the wire because it was too snug, and it was wrapped around this area right here of the screen. So I slacken the wire, then I put it back in here, so I'll have more wire to work with, so it won't interfere with closing the laptop. Okay. Then I'll reassemble in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to put the keyboard back in now. We can cover it up because we got our cable for our power switch. We have the slack in our cable, so we push the keyboard down and it just clips in. Okay, and that's held down by this plate that goes across the top. Make sure all of our wires are pulled through. These are the wires going to the webcam. I replaced the screen on here, so that's why all of this is disassembled. You don't have to take up all of this around the front of the screen off. Okay, now get the plate on the front and we just clip this in. Let's see, can you see that? Okay, so clip the plate in both sides, nice and snug. Now we still got plenty of wire over here. See, got plenty of cable. This cable right here, that's the problem. Okay, now we got that on. There are 3 screws holding this in the back near the battery. So I'll fold this down. I'll show you the back. There are 3 screws. So this is how the switch is assembled. See, there's a spring. Let's get a little closer. There's the chipboard. That's where it's connected. Right here. It's the board where the wire goes in, spring, and the button. Fits under here. this. You see, this is the issue. It's so close in here. But now, since I have the slack, I can actually take my wire. What I can really do is I can turn this, I can turn the whole board around, because as you can see right here, the connector is facing down. That means I'll have to take the plug and plug it up under it. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this whole thing out like that. So you have your little plastic piece here. I took the whole switch assembly out. The button, spring, see. Okay, I'm going to show you how to connect the cable to the little board that goes with the switch, and then you should be able to take it from there. Let's see if we can get closer. Let's get our camera right. Okay, so here's the cable right here. Let's move that over. There we go. Here's the cable. I have to take that and put it in the board here. It's a little tedious, but it clips up in here. Can't zoom in while I'm on record, but this is the cable and the board. I got it plugged in here. The problem was every time the screen closed, it was pulling that cable out. See, right there. But now I got more slack in it, and hopefully that will fix our problem. Now the issue here is you have to reassemble the switch and the spring. And put the power button, has some little grooves right here at the bottom. See those little grooves? That goes in the top of here. There's some grooves in here. So put that in there. Fits snug. Now the issue is getting the board for the switch in this groove without it falling apart. There's a little hole inside the chipboard. There's a hole right here. Where the top of the spring goes through. See? Okay. Now this goes under here. And it's real delicate. And I just realized that I left a piece off of the switch. Okay. Goes in there. Make sure our cable is facing down. Actually, it's good right there. We'll work it back and forth to make sure that we have enough slack. Looks good. So what I have to do now, since I disassembled the frame, is I have to get two screws. Reassemble it. There's two screws that goes on the back on each side. You have to fold it down and put these screws in. See those right there, and on this end. And once you're done, we test it and see if it works. It's our button on this side. You just press it in, and voila. So we were able to reassemble the switch without buying another plastic covering for the board, the switch, and the spring, and it's all fixed. We'll go ahead and hold this down and turn it off, and that's it.